up and good morning, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today we got something really cool planned, or we've got a really cool place that we're going. It's a place I have driven by many a times and wish, like, man, if I could just get in there. There's so many cool pieces of equipment, whether it be like antique-ish or not super old, but just old enough. And well, today we are gonna get to go in there thanks to our neighbor James, who we're gonna meet up with here in a second, who actually bought a really big piece of equipment, which is gonna be cool to show. Update on the puppies. Everybody's doing great and happy. Gunner, of course, always has his hammerhead shark. The horse, of course, now trying to be a cow grazing on some grass. Hey, knock it off, come on. Then a little update on the peacock. As you can see, the cage is open over there. Yesterday we released the baby peacock. Well, now is a full-size peacock. Went very well in the beginning. Then the other peacocks kind of like tried to jump him a little bit, like jumped him into the gang. And then now it seems like he's doing fine. He was actually up by the bedroom window this morning saying what up to me. So hopefully he can live out a long, happy, healthy life here. Now, I heard James's truck's getting warmed up over there, so we're gonna fire up the OBS and go meet up with him. Well, while the OBS warms up, I found our peacock. Everybody, Kevin, everybody. You still learning the lay of the land? Yeah? All right, remember, we don't like snakes, so you can eat all the snakes you want to eat. All right, y'all, well, we have arrived. And first of all, we got James over here picking up his new toy. So yesterday James came by and he picked up this grader. It is a JD772-A, and right now they're working on making sure all the fluids, everything's good in this thing, airing up the tires because he is going to be trying to drive that thing home. So this should be very interesting. This guy's yard out here has a bunch of super cool stuff. I mean, you can see a bunch of big old scrapers, a couple sheep's foot, some older farm tractors over there. And then he's got these little boogers, which I would love to own a restored little dozer like this. These things are absolutely sick. And basically I think what happened, I mean, obviously not with this age of stuff, but with some of the bigger stuff back there, is California started putting all the emission stuff into play. The gentleman that owns it, that you'll see walking around here, just said, you know what, I'm done. There's no point in me having to buy a whole new fleet of equipment. It's just millions of dollars he didn't want to spend, and he, I guess, just retired at that point.
It holds 22 yards.
Yep.
That's more than my dump trucks.
Because when you pile it up, it comes up in the center, and then it'll roll right off the side of the outside edge here.
10 hours later, I have this tire filled up. Oh man, this one's the real deal. I had to buy like these little adapters that you screw on.
So I'm pouring some gas in it right now. See if they can get this thing to fire up.
Yeah, I picked this sweet thing up for, well, undisclosed prices.
Yeah.
Good deal, good deal. A good deal on it. I think these weigh about 5,000 pounds empty.
Is it made out of two pieces, or what's the...
Yeah.
What's this little joint I'm seeing here?
It's made so you can disassemble it, because right now it'd technically be an oversized load.
Gotcha.
So if you got to transport it like a long distance, you take it apart and the running trailer.
Now, for those that don't know what a sheep's foot does.
So basically, when you're putting down, like, they call them lifts, you want to go in like 12-inch sections, and then you got to pack it down real hard. And all these will dig into like the soft soil and pack it down like a rock. And then this guy right here, it's got a plug. So once you get it to the job site, you pull this plug out and you fill it with water. That like doubles the weight of this thing. Nice. So it'll almost be hard as cement when you're done. I'm excited to get it.
So this is going today. That's hopefully going today.
Oh, it will. It will.
All right.
I promise you. I'm driving that home.
Why are we stopping at these two? What else can we get?
Because I'm out of money.
Oh, okay. All the old farm equipment this guy has out here is super cool. Look at this old International Combine. I don't really know what's going on with the tail there, but it looks like the tail's got its own kind of swing, so you can like offset from the rows of food that you're growing. I'm not really sure. It even looks like it's got an air conditioning unit up top, unless that's the radiator. No, that should be the radiator for the engine, but I think this thing's got an AC in it. All right, we ran back to James's house. He's picking up his Peterbilt. We're not getting enough juice to crank over the grader. Plus, while he's here, he's gonna grab a trailer. That way he can pick up his sheep's foot. Oh man, his Peterbilts are so nice. Almost. It might push up underneath.
Just like.
Yo, is it in neutral right now? I like that trick. Let it roll back.
Yeah, one day we'll get to that truck and trailer level right there.
He flies with that setup. Hope the OBS can keep up.
All right, so the trailer's back here. James is maneuvering the dump truck to get it close to the grader. We're gonna try and load the sheep's foot up with the skip loader.
You're hitting this pin on the other side here. He's almost got to go down with it a little bit.
Get another bite on it?
All right, so right now, we've gotten it up this far. We kept getting those teeth wedged in the ramp. It was a pain in the butt. So I had to switch to GoPro, but right now he's going through function testing everything. There was no hydraulics, there was no hydraulic fluid in the whole system, so we're bleeding a lot of air out and that kind of stuff. So a lot of air is getting bled out as we're slowly getting hydraulic features coming back. You can see the rippers on the front right there starting to go up. All right, it's moving under its own power. So you're gonna see a couple weird clips of like cuts in this video because the owner doesn't really want to be on video. So we're gonna try and respect that as best we can and as easily as we can without like showing him too much. All right, so grader's running under its own power. James is getting his truck hooked up to the trailer to bring the sheep's foot back. Looks like James isn't messing around. He's already starting to grade out the road on the way back to the house. Well, we made it back to his house. Seems like the thing's running great. He's been playing around with it on the road out there. Not gonna lie, I'm a little jealous. I thought my fire truck was cool, but I think I just realized the grader's cooler. How'd you drive?
Runs pretty smooth. I just suck at operating.
Have you ever run a grader? No?
I've played on them, but I've never like ran them. It definitely settles in the rear. I didn't notice the rippers were like almost
I just saw it when
touching.
you're coming around right in here, so I don't know. It's been like that the whole time. Little once over should be golden.
I'd say a big one, so you can hear the fan clicking on the
Yeah. Other than that, though, you got a heck of a deal on her.
Oh, heck yeah. I'm nervous to shut it off. Yeah, dude, I was coming in, and you know, like the insulation up here?
Yep.
I hit a rock when I was grading, and it went,
Oh, the whole piece.
and like, I mean, it's like that cancer dust. Like all down my back.
So rad. So if you guys have never seen these graders, watch videos of the more modern ones. I mean, even these, there's so many articulation points, so many ways you can move these things. Like, it takes a very, very, very well-skilled operator to operate these things.
It actually almost idles now.
So you can hear right now as he's dropping the throttle, he like kind of wants to idle, kind of doesn't want to idle. And doesn't want to idle.
Well, it has like, if you bring it all the way down, it shows like a
Cut
kill
off?
to the RPM.
Huh.
And I know that's how a lot of the old stuff was. But I mean, this is the 80s. I didn't think it was like that in the 80s.
Well, it's got sweet air conditioning up there.
So you can see she's a little leaky. just a little.
It's vegetable oil.
Well, of course. The finest in bio grade. Whatever, number 2, 3, race diesel.
So right now James is working on switching out the starter solenoid. That may or may not have needed to be switched out.
Yeah, apparently this was hooked up right there. And we don't know where this
Yeah.
went.
A lot more wires on this thing than I figured there would be. What year is it?
I think it's 87.
Gotcha.
I mean, the gauges are still pretty rudimentary up here. One of the things that's cool is this thing articulates, and this is kind of your little gauge to tell you where you're articulated at. Super, super manual. I'm assuming there's just like a wire or a cable hooked to something. I like the wiper switch. Nice bolt. It's got 8 speeds on it.
It has 2 neutrals.
Okay.
So if you're like cruising and you drop it all the way down here, it will go into neutral. And with it like kind of being weird,
Right.
he was saying put it into gear first. And I don't know if this is correct or if this is just like the janky old school way to do it.
Alright.
You would put it into gear and then
Which
parking brakes on. You got it. Anyways,
All right. Both
Yeah.
neutrals.
just in case it takes off. Try and start it.
Nothing.
There's so many levers and pedals in this thing. You got a rabbit pedal, turtle pedal.
You try and start it.
Starting. Nothing. 2 brake pedals. Not sure what that pedal is. Assuming parking brake pedal. Another little pedal right there. You got these 2 levers right here to steer with your frame, which is right there. There's your throttle. Direction. Gear. Blade height.
Well, James has a lot of research to do to figure out just how that wiring setup works. Tried it a couple different ways there, and thing still doesn't want to turn over, and nobody wants to have to sit there and manually bump the starter over to get that thing to fire up every time. Today was a pretty successful day. James' new grader made it back safely. If you guys want to see how you lose money on YouTube, it's right there with the broken drone. But you know, you win some, you lose some. And if you guys want to see more of that grader, and I'm sure James is going to show the process as he figures out how to fire that thing up, operate it, and all that, make sure you guys follow James's channel. I'll put a link to it in the description. Well, the description and up there. And with that, we're going to wrap up. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. If you have not subscribed already, please hit the subscribe button now, that you do not miss out on any future content. Don't forget to give this video a like and get a thumbs up. Don't forget to check out workforitpayroll.com, because if there's anything you want in this life, you got to be willing to work for it. You guys are the best. I'm out.
Damn. Yeah.